Good morning, Bix Weir, road-to-road.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. No, I haven't bugged out yet. I'm up. We went up the coast last night to a great little restaurant, the Bewildered Pig. The Bewildered Pig. And we were up late singing by the fire with the owner. It was a hoot. It was really fun. So I'm a little worse for wear, but here's the take today. I've been working on the timeline video. I will be posting that this weekend sometime. I'm trying to get out today. I don't think so. So either Saturday or Sunday, I will have the timeline for the private road members and Patreon Plus. A lot going on. The end result will be the road to Ruta result, the destruction of the fiat monetary system and implementation of a new one. Yes, they've been planning this for over 100 years, so I hope it goes more smoothly, but I have my emergency bug out just in case. I do have some sad news, though. The Bitcoin bin meetup scheduled for April 4th looks like it will be not happening on April 4th. I don't know why. I haven't talked to Ben yet, but I don't know why they've canceled it other than probably people getting nervous about traveling, especially within the next 3 weeks when we're going to hear more and more about the coronavirus and in the United States. To me, the bigger issue than the coronavirus, which is obviously a big issue, nobody knows how deadly it is. There's all kinds of fake videos coming out of China, too. Cliff says this is the one and plans to hunker down. I don't know. But I'm keeping up my immune system with liposomal vitamin C and chaga and C60. So I have so many friends and families, there's no way I'll be able to avoid it if it starts spreading around to everybody. So there you go. And no, that is not the virus cough. That is a singing with multiple bottles of wine into the wee hours of the night cough. All right, let's look at the markets. Down again, Steve Mnuchin has basically taken his finger off the rig button. They still support it. They let it go down a little bit and then stop it. That probably will end next week. So I'll get to that in a second. But first, look at that. Stocks on track for biggest weekly loss since 2008. Biggest number-wise. Remember, the stock market was inflated back then, too. So just not as inflated as it is now. This is the bubble of all bubbles. Every single bank will be going down. I can't tell you what day. I have an idea, and I'm going to talk about that on the timeline. But in the meanwhile, watch for a lot more of this. TSX shuts down on technical glitch as stock market sell-off. Technical glitches, down for maintenance. You can see a lot of that with these exchanges because they're criminal exchanges. They're going down. There is no better time for Veritasium than when the stock markets go down because of the criminality. Remember Dick Allgire's data, all the exchanges, and the plumbing of the financial systems get locked up. So I don't expect an ultimate crash. I expected something like this. Oh, there's a technical glitch. We have to close for today. Oh, by the way, it just happens to be a down day. If it was going up 1,000, there wouldn't be a technical glitch at all, right? So, company that owns and operates exchange. This is the Toronto Stock Exchange. Company that owns and operates exchange says systems will be ready for Friday. That was 10 hours ago. I don't know if they're up and running. They probably are. But we also have this. New York Stock Exchange announces disaster recovery test due to virus fear. In a somewhat shocking sounding move, given administration officials' ongoing effort to calm the public fears on the spread of COVID-19, the New York Stock Exchange has announced it will commence disaster recovery testing in its Cermak data center March 7th amid coronavirus concern. During this test, the NYSE will facilitate electronic core open and closing auctions as if the 11 Wall Street trading floor were unavailable. It will be unavailable. Can you imagine Can you imagine what kind of rigging they'll be doing if just they're in charge of the data at their testing facility? Oh my God, it's going to be ugly. Like I said, that's why you can't short the stock market, because they can rig it anywhere they want. Test is reported to occur between March 7th, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Now, here's what's going to happen, I think, this weekend. There's just one question. Will the Fed activate a coordinated central bank bailout? Hold on one second. About that, had a little technical glitch back. There's just one question. Will the Fed activate a coordinated central bank bailout on Sunday? I believe they will. Now, the reason Steve Mnuchin let the air out of the markets is because he wants to bump it up again and make it pretend like we're in recovery. So watch for the talking heads to come out. Watch for a bank bailout of sorts. They'll start just by lowering interest rates. But the real thing that's happening is whether or not Steve Mnuchin clicks his mouse so that the stock market goes up. I think they'll have it go up 1,000 points a day for the next couple days and then fade off again. So if you're looking for a time to get out of the stock market, wait for the next bump up. Now, I haven't seen the kind of coordination that is usually involved with the bank, with a big market rigging operation. I'll be looking for that this weekend and post it on the private road. But yes, I do think next week Mnuchin will go back to clicking the mouse, get the market back up to calm the fears to last a little while longer. And I have an idea on how far we go. With global markets in free fall and the S&P opening 3% lower and cementing its worst week since the global financial crisis, the Dow plunging more than 4,000 points this week, traders, especially leveraged ones, are left with just one option to stave off a career-ending margin call, praying, though not to God, but rather the Fed, to be sure. The Fed itself has given enough reasons for this. On Monday, the biggest Uber dove in history, former Minneapolis Fed and Fed's only negative dot ever, Narnia Kachulakaka, I can't say that, penned a Bloomberg article saying the Fed should cut not once, but twice, and do it on an emergency basis. Then, this morning, one day after he penned a similar op-ed, former Fed Governor Walsh, who finally crushed the hawkish facade as he guns to replace Powell as Fed chair, echoed Karacha when he said he expects the Fed and other central banks around the world to act soon in response to the coronavirus outbreak. I do too, unless they want. They can pull the plug on this game any moment. And the Democrats want to pull the plug. They're all about getting Trump out of office. That's the only thing they care about. Getting Trump out of office and staying out of jail. So yes, they want the chaos. So we'll see. But all of this is much ado about nothing, because remember what I've been saying. It doesn't matter if the Fed bails out the banks. The problem is there's going to be nothing on the shelves to buy. You can print as much money as you want. If there's no goods because the supply chain is broken, what can you do? What can you do? Steve Mnuchin, what can you do? Take a look. Silver and gold prices slammed, down 5%. Silver. It is ridiculous. It is a joke. It is a gift, by the way, for all you silver investors. Yes, send an email, andy@milesfranklin.com if you want to get some cheap silver. So, yeah, this is just, it's a show that they're still in charge. Steve Mnuchin clicked his mouse today, so the price of silver went down $1. The bad guy banksters, yes, they saved $1 billion today. Will they save it the same amount on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't know. The reality is there are no free markets anymore, no freely traded markets. It's why we need Veritasium so badly. I don't think Veritasium will be implemented until after the crash as an emergency measure. As a matter of fact, Dick Allgire's, one of his RVs on Veritasium pretty much has it doing just that. The regulatory agencies requiring the use of Veritasium. I just read this stuff. When Cliff High and Dick Allgire agree on something that seems so fanciful that it's kind of out of the realm, I sit up and listen. So cryptos they're kind of holding steady, slammed it. Obviously they've been slammed for a few days now. Again, the only way to survive this, Get your assets out of the exchanges into your own possession. And be ready to ride out. Be ready to ride out months. Truthfully, markets could go to zero. Bitcoin can go to zero, absolutely. The click of a mouse, because what determines price is the amount of clicks on these exchanges, not what Bitcoin's actually worth. It's the amount of clicks. So yes, Steve Mnuchin can go into every exchange and click sell, 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 put the price of Bitcoin to zero, invent some story, oh, Bitcoin doesn't work, shut down all the exchanges, and voila, nobody knows what the price of Bitcoin is until they find out later. It's like, Jesus Christ, I'm trying to buy and I can't get any. That type of thing. Anyway, that's your update. Again, this weekend I will be posting the timeline article. I think it's going to be an article this time. I don't know. We'll see what it ends up being. I've got all the research done. If you want to get your hands on that, go to roadtoroot.com, hit subscribe today, and you will also get one Veritasium token on a paper wallet. You don't even have to know how to use cryptos. And this will get mailed to your front door along with a Silver Ruta coin, the coolest coin in the world. It's Bix Weir. I'll talk to you guys later.